All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun today. Now, this first thing I want to show you is this. What is this? This means that we have a problem. If we run out of time when we're trying to pay a bill, trying to pay the mortgage, feed the kids, work every day, what do we get to do? I'm sorry, there's always this, oh, what? Shit day, week, month, or year. Now, bad times don't last forever, but I'll show you a way to actually protect yourself and never bring the pain home if you allow me to. Now it's time to get that tablet and pen ready to begin. If you like what you hear today, subscribe on the bottom there. Click that link and follow me. And guess what? If you don't like me, leave me the blank alone. See, not everybody likes everybody. It's unfortunate. That's just the way it works. Today, we got some choices. Choices are simple. I'd like to get you to millionaire status if you allow me to. Millionaire status is kind of fun, but that's the ultimate goal. That's what I got to do for me. I did millionaire status at 14 and a half years old, believe it or not. I invented something called Car Finder. Then I had all these other patents, other things I did too. And I like making money. I turned it into a game. This is live. You can ask questions all through this process. All you have to do is type out the questions. I'll answer every question I see. The goal is very simple as we get to play the game, what I call winning the game of business. And that's the ultimate goal. Now, in the beginning, no pictures, no recording. Why? It's a mindset. You see, there will be a page or two. I'll say, please take a picture of. So do have your cell phone ready as well. The goal is very simple today. I basically do a lot of things, and I end up holding the world record for the highest and fastest kick in 1981. And what do we get to do? Very simple. We get past go. We get to play the game. We get to win. You see, I like winning the game of business. Now, understand something. I wrote a series of books to do that as well. So the ultimate goal is I reached the goal. Then I wanted you to get more. See, I like goodies. You like goodies today? The goodies are simple. The Lamborghinis, the mansions, the Ferraris. And we got to do and understand how to play the game. And then they gave me the problem about loan to value problem too. What did I do? I created something called division process. You see, we got a choice today. All right. Every time they gave us a problem or gave me a problem that I couldn't do something, what did I do? I created something to give me a solution for the problem. All right. The reality is I planned the problem as well. So today we're going to talk about goodies. We're going to talk about you. Now, winning the game of business was my first series that I wrote over 40 years ago. Bottom line is very simple. I want you to win. I want you to learn to play the game, and that's what we got to do today. Now, we're going to talk about Bill and Susie, and I think you can relate to their story because guess what? They were fired. Oh, they said laid off. They work for the government. Here's the problem. I believe most of you are basically 35 to 45 to 75 years old. And what did you do? You kind of used the wrong credit card. You jacked it up, got stuck. You couldn't get it anymore. I'm going to go back to that time. Our problem is this. We run out of time. You see, the average person has between 4 to 8 months before they fall off the cliff. 4 to 8 months before it's, oh, I can't pay my bills. And that's the ultimate goal. So guess what we get to do? Pretty simple today and have someone. Here's what happens, Bill and Susie. See, when I get a client like you or anyone else simple, I'm going to find out if you screwed it up already or going to help rebuild you. So let's do this. Bill and Susie, everything's good, but they lost their jobs. Okay. So what do we have to do? We have to plan the problem. Here's what happens to most people. For instance, like say you got a credit card. Most of your credit cards are probably between $500 to $2,000, especially if you have shitty credit. Why? Because you didn't get bigger cards. See, it's easier to balance the score when you have a credit card that's for $5,000 to $10,000. And if you had one for 10, you go, let's go shopping. Let's go what? Let's go to dinner. See, a credit card with $10,000 is only good for $2,900. You don't realize that. Because what happens is you jack it up past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. How do I know that? I wrote the rules and tools when I was training Ken Yarborough at TRW and Experian. Every card needs a sticky, and you need a back of that sticky, you need to write down the value of the card. And that's the ultimate goal. How much is it worth? What can I really use? Now, during the pandemic, I threatened to sue Credit Karma a couple times. Why? They kept saying 42%. It's wrong. When I designed the system, or behind the scenes, it's 25 to 29% period, and that's how it works. So what did I do for Bill and Susie? Number one, I wanted them to know the reality is life is going to kick their assets because he thinks he's going to get a job right away. He's overqualified, so is she. So what do? We look at all their credit cards. And what do we do next? I increase all their limits. Most of you increased your limits after you screwed it up or tried to. So what happened is you needed more money to buy more time. Time and money makes sense. So what do? Increase the limits. Next, we have to look at basically analyzing their credit. The bottom line is we have to analyze their credit because guess what we need to do? We need to understand what we're going to go from this process. Everybody needs and deserves an 800 score. They started 6 something and I got them 828. So if we do this correctly, we can always win the game of business. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. See, life is not easy. Sometimes we get your assets kicked and people want to knock us down. So we analyze right away. I've analyzed over 50 million people so far in my lifetime. I don't analyze as many as I can. Now, I told Bill and Susie what I'd tell you. You need 100,000 of personal credit. Why? And then you're going to, oh, that's crazy. No, what's crazy, you don't have enough. If we have 100,000 of credit, and if we use $29,000 for life, that gives us 71,000 of safety in case we have that oh shit day, week, month, or year. We got to be able to pick some asset. In other words, we got to bring the pain never home. Most people bring it home because they don't know what they're doing, and that's what happens all the time. They bring the pain home, and that's kind of silly and dumb. Unfortunately, that's what they do all the time. So what do we get to do next? 100,000 credit. Next, we got to figure out our future. First, we should cut out everything we don't need. When we cut out the things we don't need, guess what we get to do? Save some money. The average person right now wastes $50 every other day. Now that's $700 a month. So let's use some common sense. Okay, if you waste $50 every other day or even any time, what happens on American Express, Gold, or Platinum? That's the payment. The payment is $50 for $5,000 of credit. So what happens? You jacked up the wrong card. You see, American Express, Gold, and Platinums don't fluctuate at all. They never fluctuate, which means very simple. They do not go up and down. So if you jacked up one of these $1 million and you maintain the payment, your score will never drop anyway. But since you jacked up the wrong damn card, you brought the pain home to you and your family. You see, the goal is learning rules and tools. We're going to call them rage rules and tools because that's what I developed for the last 40 plus years. Now, a corporation, most of you have one. Oh, goody for you. Well, if they sue it, they sue you anyway. You don't know that, but it's true. Now, the next problem we have as a corporation is your name's on it on Secretary of State's website, in the office list, and you're on the bank account. So when they sue the corp, they always sue you. And I'll show you Chapter 18, public record anyway. Now, let's understand something. I also created something called daisy chaining of credit. I invented a process. You take one card and you can get literally 99 more cards. How many would you like? You see, I don't believe you're going to win the lottery. I don't believe you're going to get a big enough raise. And I don't want you stealing from the family, all right, because that's it makes no sense to take it from the family and hurt your family while you're trying to do the good thing. Now, if we have listen carefully, 9 divisions, and I get 100,000 on a credit card for the parent company, and I get 9 more, that's $1 million of credit. So the goal is let's create $1 million of credit. Let's do this in less than 6 months. And at that certain period of time, let's go get an auto income. All right, that means let's get a Wendy's restaurant, storage unit, car wash, laundromat, dry cleaner. One of the things I've done all my life. So I'll show you how to do it as well. How about an apartment complex? All right, so let's understand. All right, that's why I say 18 divisions. As we play this game, now I need the corporation to do the same thing. I need the corporation to have $100,000 of credit. Why? Because I want to multiply it by its divisions. Every business should manage its entities called divisions, and they should never bring the pain home and have $1 million of credit. You have the fighting chance to try. Now, Bill and Susie, they wanted to start a business. I said, let's do this instead. Let me, all right, find you a storage unit to buy the complex. So I said, I want to do your business. That's fine. You had an idea. Fantastic. You see, I never wanted to run a business. Okay. I just want to be the banker. And that's just me. So I said, let's invest in this storage unit. I found one. And what did we partnered together? That means their cut, listen carefully. Every month, their cut for the corporation is $17,350. One of my divisions gets the same thing. So now we have this income to the corporation. And what happens is we can decide what the paycheck should be. Income based on lifestyle. Now, if you have an LLC, it is a corporation. You have a C Corp, same thing. But I want you to turn them to S under the 1244 rule of the IRS because you won't pay almost no tax to 3 to 5 million anyway. When you get to 5 million, we'll change strategies, and that's how it plays the game. We get to learn to win. The ultimate goal is you never sit like a duck because that kind of sucks. So think about before you get fired or laid off or something happens in your life, plan the problem, never bring the pain home, and make sure you play my way because it makes sense. So let's understand something. See, as a kid, I didn't have a family. All right, I got to move so many times. It's ridiculous. I used and abused as a kid, and it sucked. I just wanted to fight to get out of hell. So me, I want to accomplish goals. I looked at it this way when it came to like martial arts. I've been in it since I was 4. Became a janitor in Torrance. Very simple to do. If you can touch it, you can kick it. I hit my head that night, and I only jumped 2 feet in the air, and I kicked the light. By the way, it's only 13 feet. I used to jump over lockers just to prove my point. Now I'd like you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. Because what you see, you can believe and go get it. See, the problem is nobody else besides you. Your problem is you hold yourself back and you don't know what to do next. Now let's think for a minute right now. Let's think right now. How many times do I need to hear something? When I apply knowledge, if I'm reaching a goal, how many steps are there? Well, there's 38 steps to a goal. You have to hear something 8 times. And then you have to hear it again and again as you apply knowledge. You got questions and answers you need. And that's where I come in. So what do? We look at auto income. Now let's go through time. All right. I came from Tewico Junior High. They tested me and then get into this program in Orange Coast College. Government crap. Anyway, what happened? What did I get to do? By the time I was 17 years old, I had basically bought some payphones. Now, from there, they were complaining. I go to these events and they're complaining about payphones. So I buy up all these routes all the time. So what happened? I ended up having 22,000 payphones, literally by the time I was 17 and a half years old. Now, they were doing $300 a month. That's 6.6 million a month. And that made sense to me. Next, I had 19 houses. I got stuck. They go, how'd you do that? See, all these people giving me crap because I'm accomplishing goals. They don't know what they're doing. Like those experts on TikTok and Google and YouTube today going blah, blah, blah. Reality is very simple. I just thought that grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. I took my properties and put it in my divisions. Freed up my loan to value, got another property again and again. I'd like you to write down auto income. And now I know nowadays I want to call it passive income residual. I didn't give a damn. All right. I'm 17 and a half years old. The hell, I named it basically auto income. Now you should be focusing on 10,000 a month minimum. Then we should climb up and away to get to 100,000 a month. This is monthly income. That's what I want to help you do if you allow me to. Ray's way of life is very simple. I'm going to get to know you. You're going to get to know me. All right. Ray's rules are very simple. I have 12 books in the next series. This is a book and CD for every month of the year. By the end of the year, you have the blueprint for success, which I own the right to that. And I have to always tell people, hey, it belongs to me. Now, I created the Millionaires Founders Kit, 12 books, 12 CDs. So you, by the end of 12 months, would have $1 million structure. Now, I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years, Los Angeles, for $5,000 a set. You might consider getting the Millionaires Founders Kit for you too. Now, what do? I would like you to learn a concept that I basically taught myself as a kid, studying rich and famous people. You see, I want to be a puppet master. So let's understand. Shaq is a puppet master. He doesn't make pizzas and chicken and basically pretzels. He's a puppet master. Warren Buffett's the king of puppet masters. Even though he stepped aside, the reality is he's still on the sidelines. They have 100 companies. They own Coca-Cola, Geico, ketchup, all right, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, Seas Candy. So he's a puppet master. In other words, his company owns companies, and they run the companies by management companies running companies. Got it so far? By the way, you could have done this since day one. When you drive around your city today, check it out. I'd like you to become a puppet master. I'd like to train you how to do that. What do you see there? You see 2 cars, part of a 21 car collection. Okay. 2 buildings. You know what I see? 1,013 divisions. That way I can separate liability. Since I invented the division process, I mastered it, I teach it and teach out how to do it too. What do? Now, here's a point I want you to get your cell phone out right away. Got it? Now, we're not ready to take the picture, almost. So what's going to happen, if you like what you hear today, click the link below, subscribe to me and get to know me, and I'll get to know you. And if you don't like me, leave me alone. It's simple. I had these 12 turds about a year ago giving me crap. And what I do every time someone writes a bad review, I research it and I find if they're wrong, I sue them for $100 million. I squeeze them. Why? Because they're trying to hurt me and they're lying. I don't like liars. It pisses me off. If the devil stood here today, I'd help him. It's simple. So the reality is we get these lying people out there and they hurt us all the time. So what do? We just sue them for $100 million. And we squeeze them to get them out of the way because they shouldn't lie in the first place. Someone's got to spank them and teach them a lesson. What do you think? Now, if we get $100,000 of credit, these are each worth $100,000 each. Okay. Paid over time limit. And if we get 9 more, is that $1 million? Yes, it is, isn't it? There's 10 credit cards on planet Earth, only 10. The rest, I think, suck. Just my opinion, by the way. So what do we do next? Okay, why don't I let you listen to me and let me rebuild you and take the corporation you have or hand you a new one for free? You pay your filing fee. That's right, I'll get you a millionaire status. So one card times 10 is $1 million. Now, each division is going to separate liability because it can have multiple functions. If you name your corporation after you, I'm sorry, I'm going to call that stupid. If you name what it does, that's called double stupid because you can only do what it says it can do. It's ridiculous. So you're highly intelligent. And God gave you the ability to be here today and connect the dots with me. Now we get that $100,000 a month, then we turn it into $1 million. So that's the ultimate goal. So let's understand. Now take your picture, please. Take a picture right there. I'd like you to print it and laminate it and keep it in color. I like it on your desk in your refrigerator at home. There's your goal. Nothing else matters besides that. That's what you've been trying to get to all your life anyway. So let's get you to auto income. Is that okay? Now, to do this, you're going to have to partner with me, and you're going to have to put $25,000 to $50,000 in an escrow if you want to partner with me, because I'll put the difference in. So what do? Let's understand something. All right. If you take 25,000 off a card, all right, that's okay, but I'd rather get you a line of credit. If I build you 100,000 of credit, would you invest part of it in an escrow that your corporation's part of as well and your division process? So let's understand. Here's the checklist to partner with me. Take your picture. It's corporation, 18 divisions, personal business credit we talked about, blueprint call. I don't think I can help you 100% until I blueprint you. I think the ultimate goal is to blueprint everybody as we play the game and want to win. Now, if you have a question or two, please type it out. I'll answer the question live with you right now. So let's understand. I'm normally $3,000 an hour, $25,000 a day, and these big companies pay me all the time. So here it's a way to help you. Now, what are we going to do? You're going to be in a coaching program. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way as you apply knowledge. Let's say we partner up and we close escrow. You're going to get half the money up to 6 months because we're going to build the reserve. Let's say it's up to $4,500. Well, the reality is you use credit to buy it. Now you got an income. And then what did you really do? I'm going to do all the work with you or for you. Within 6 months, now it's going to increase. Why? Because now we have a reserve. The goal is simple. We're going to take the fictitious business name statement that I was given the ability to modify or change things, basically in 1984, create a form or modify a form. This form has a A and B. Let's understand something. In 1984, it said husband and wife and partner. That's all it said. Husband, wife, and partner. I would like you to have a division. I'd like that division to be part of the escrow with me. And I like it to be 4A. I would like my corporation, one of them, to be number 4, since I'm controlling the escrow with you and for you. Now, if we need it for A, B, and C, we'll do that as well. Depends how big the project is. So again, you get 25, 50, or 75%. How much would you like? How much auto income would you like to get the rest of your life? Okay. And then leave a legacy for your family, a true legacy. Okay, like basically all these other big companies did. So again, I've been partnering with people since 1987. I created over 33 million millionaire clients and 31 billionaires so far. I'm also known as the Incorporated for Rich and Famous People. So we can play the game and we get to win. All right. Now I have some escrows coming up, all right, pretty soon, if you want to be part of them. It's very simple. You got July, August, and September escrows you can be tagged in as well if you want to. Now, I'm going to talk to you about coaching, and usually coaching for me and you, it's about $30,000 a year, literally for 12 months of coaching. That's coaching you in your business, and I'm going to guarantee you that as well. And by the way, I carry a $2 million bond anyway. So I'm always going to come through. Now, if you coach in a partnership, you get 1/3 off. In other words, I'm going to basically partner with you and you're going to pay $10,000. But here we have biweekly calls, and every summit that's with us in this year or boot camp, you get to go for free. Usually they cost about $5,000 each. So what happens is for $10,000, now you're stuck with me. And I'm going to get you auto income, by the way. But again, it's up to you. Now, I'd like you to take a picture of this page because it shows Ray at raisecredit.com for Zell. Banks got together July 6, 2022, and they purchased a company called Zell. It's instant. I love that. If you Zell during a webinar, then you put RW and your phone number and what you Zell for. Simple. The next thing is if you want to call the office in one of my call centers, you call 800-254-9506. If you use a card versus a Zelle, they will charge you up to 5% more because that's what the bank charges us. All right. Now, everybody's got a sad story. Let's understand, I was used and abused as a kid. I got to eat up a damn trash can, and it sucks. And no one gave a shit. All right, sorry, I'm just going to be blunt and true with you. It's just no one cared. I don't think anybody cares anyway. It's just how it works. So they care about themselves. Now, let's understand something. These nice people here. Henry Ford was 40 when he started it. All right, how about Ray, basically at McDonald's? How about Colonel Sanders? How about Richard, who's being stupid, saying he won an argument with his wife? You don't win an argument with a woman. Are you crazy? A woman is a tape recorder. She'll play it back every time. Your goal is to say, yes, dear, whatever I can make you happy. Happy wife, happy life. All right, that's kind of a dumb statement on him, but that's okay. So what do we need? Well, how old are you today? You see, you're probably what, 35, 45, 50, 60, 75 years old? Your biggest problem in your whole life has been money. Money is your problem. If I can hold your hand and rebuild your life my way, are you ready to become a CFO? Let me know. As we play the game, I call it repackaging you like Humpty Dumpty because I want to rebuild you my way. All right. I think your way sucks. Sorry, but I believe it to be true. Here's a client from 1986, for instance. I rebuilt her credit to 770. From there, it took $100,000 of credit. It took me 185 days to do that for her and her husband. Okay, no problem. Business credit, 450,000 a year. From there, I took the American Express Gold and Platinum cards, and I got them what's called a blueprint loan. So let's write it down, blueprint. No problem. The blueprint loan we obtained was $240,000. 240. So what does that do? The project they have right now is they purchase a Hyatt hotel in Texas. You can verify all the goodies as well. And what happens? They put $200,000 down. Now, if we needed a partner, that might be four of us putting 50. Is how it works. So we get into the escrow and we close escrow. Monthly income is 187,000. Then three more projects. What do we do next? We create current income at 344 per month, 6.4 million per year. Okay. And if they keep on track, by the end of this year, they're going to be at a $30 million all right company. But what happened? It took 1 year and 210 days. Monthly income, yearly income. What did Linda do? In 1986, she gave me $2,000. She spent $2,000, which basically would be $22 on an American Express card, by the way. So you can finance your dream. As she got more credit, she bought more products from me, and I built her a millionaire 5 times. So what don't hear just from me. Why don't you scan, all right, that card, scan that link right there and look at it later today. She'll tell you from her own mouth to your ears how I made her a millionaire 5 times. Now, her new project's going to be about 27 to 30 million a year. If you want to learn to play, let me know. See, this is 2025. This is year to run, not look back, and be committed to reach the goal by never stopping. You stop till you're dead, if that's what it takes. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead anyway. What do? We focus on chapter 18 right here. All right, and I was a little kid listening to a poker game, and I wrote it down. It said a corporation's a legal person. That's what I wrote down. I'm 7.5 years old listening to Mrs. Hope's poker game. I wrote it down. Next day, I went to the Torrance Police Department. All right, next door is a library, and there's always a library next to the police department. Man, what does this mean? She was kind of mean and rude to me. She walked away, didn't say a word. 5 minutes later, she came back. Here's a mock of his. Here's a book. I read the book. I was looking for a blueprint. What do I do next? So let's watch. May sue or be sued. I didn't pay attention to that. That's where I screwed up. That's where you're all going to screw up when they sue the court. They sue you, and you go through the rabbit hole too. Now let's circle the next thing. All right, not required to file. That bothered me when I was 9.5 years old. See, I went to the library for 2 years. Then I sent $10. My first corporation is known as Helping Hand Industries. You can verify it, Secretary of State's website. That same corp today is $30. See, corporations are free. They don't actually do anything besides what the knowledge you put behind them. They're free, and you just pay the filing fee. Some of you pay thousands of dollars to a corporation service, an attorney, and a CPA, and then learn diddly squat, in my opinion, too. Now, what happened? I got $100,000 of credit in the mail, literally. All right, it just freaked us all out. The credit cards came in the mail, and that's what happened. So guess what we got to do? All right, Mrs. Hope thought I was a crook. She called Ted Turner and said, what did he do? I explained to Ted Turner from Turner Broadcast when I was 9.5 years old how to use the ASS-ets 26 ways because he didn't know anything anyway. So when I did the Orange County Blind Center, I screwed up. I used the word Braille. The Braille Institution, well, it's very simple. What happened is I had sued. I used the word Braille, and it belonged to the Braille Institution. The goal is to never bring the pain home, the ultimate goal. So what do we get to do? The biggest lie you tell yourself all the time is a corporation protects you. If your CPA, attorney, corporate service, or anybody you know says it's going to protect you, put them on stage with me and I'll kick their assets with the truth. The moment you sign for a car, a lease of a building, and a credit card, you pierced your veil. Congratulations being a duck and a sheep. You see, I had a problem in 1987 when I'm writing a book with Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW Experian. Why? He basically wanted to lie. I didn't want to lie. But he said the division process took up to 6 months. I don't care. It's filed, it's published, and guess what? The IRS hands me an SS4. The truth, it will set you free. So guess what we get to do? We get to play the game. Let's think about something today in your city. In your city today, you probably have a Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, US Bank that closed the location. Banks file bankruptcy on branch numbers and take the assets and walk away right off their taxes. Grocery stores do it, so do cities. So I hope you drew that 8 times because you need to. The next thing on this side, we're going to draw this 8 more times because why? This is a division of you. You had 3 chances to try not bring the pain home. And what did you do? You made yourself and your family a bunch of ducks and sheep. This is ridiculous. There's no reason you ever did that in the first place. Your lack of knowledge, don't take it wrong, is your stupidity. The lack of knowledge is stupidity of man and woman. We're not stupid people, but we sure in the hell do stupid, don't we? So banks and grocery stores in cities and Geico and Sam's Club, they know how to play game. You need to learn to play, and I'll teach you how to do that today. First goal is stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status, the ultimate goal. So what are we going to do? Look behind that curtain every time. We have to look behind the curtain, and that's the ultimate goal for all of us. We need to understand how it works, okay? When you hear some ding-dong say you want to be rich, they're being stupid. Why? Because they're not rich. Their corporations might be rich. You got this one guy sitting back with a stupid cap going, and the guy goes, how rich are you? I'm rich. He's an idiot. He's not rich. His corporations might be. See, they say this, and they confuse the world because they're not rich. The corporations are because they're puppet masters. We have to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, the list, here's what happens. You might have a goal list, but I like to rewrite it for you. I like to give you one of my goal lists. I would like to take the goal list from weekly, daily, and project. I'd like to tell you what to do, and I'll hold your hand every step of the way. Got it so far? I got no excuses. Here's July 4th, 2009. I take out one of my 3 yachts in the backyard, belonged to the corporation's division process, and someone had a virus. They didn't tell anybody that. So I get to go in a coma and die and come back and help you. Everything I touched since I was 4 turns to gold. So guess what? There I am. Why don't you Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth? It kind of sucks. My tax attorney stole 3.7 billion and left us homeless. That kind of sucks. So here I'm in the coma. I'm listening to all these things. I can't move. I didn't hear it. First of all, the CPA, what? He tricks my wife to sign a CPA, power of attorney. POA. Then all of a sudden I hear my wife on the phone calling Ron at the office. He's in a coma. He's going to die. Ron goes to the office, U-Haul truck to steal the books and CDs. Tom, what does he? He sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. See, the people around you are the ones that are going to hurt you the most. And that happens all the time. So be careful. Then I hear the nurse ask my wife if I was a donor. Lucky they didn't see that pink dot on my driver's license. They wanted to steal my heart and take it away. What do we get to do? Simple. I got a chance to come back. It was very simple. Stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. My wife's falling apart. So let's take away all your excuses. If I can be born in a tax and get to million to billion through corporate structure, so can you. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old, going to school at Torrance, Watts, Long Beach, and all these great areas. A lot of shitty people. I've actually been shot. I've also been knifed. So I don't give up. You see, the bottom line is most people give up. All right. The difference is it's always good. My mindset as a little boy, all these people were being nosy. How you doing? They knew I was being used and abused. My response was always good. Why? Because I wouldn't let them steal my peace. So understand, so this being nosy, none of the damn business. That became my signature because what? It's a mindset. Always good. Thank you, Jesus. That's how it works for me. All right. Obtaining the American dream. All right. Let's understand. Your lack of knowledge did not show you how an SS-5 you signed. You don't even know you signed the damn form. You sign an SS-5 when you're 14 to 16. Now, if you were born in 71 on, that means Nixon took the gold standard out. That means mommy signed it for you. Now, that's how they connect the 1040 tax return. You get one of these. Now, if you don't basically file your tax returns, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He listened to his CPAs and attorneys in Beverly Hills, California. These idiots put him in prison for 3 years, lost $18 million. And now most people go, Wesley who? That's how it is. So we, the people. Your Social Security card's not even yours. It says it on the back of it. It says Property Assessment Administration, not you. And on top of that, it says do not carry with you, don't laminate, and don't use for ID purposes. Let's compare the SS4 and the SS5. Now let's read line 1. Legal name of entity, or individual person. See, you're entitled to 3 of these of you. You brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play the game to win. The goal is going to be up to you too. Let's write down irs.gov. Later on, I want you to get a 1244 form. Got it so far? So we're going to play the game to do what? Win. We're going to plan the problem from now on. You're not going to bring the pain home ever again after I rebuild you, because what you did is kind of silly and dumb, in my opinion, too. We get to play the game. Now, what happened? I bet you came home one day and said, honey, we're going to start a business. You had your friends and family in the kitchen, right? And you go, what do we do? We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop the score. We're going to get stuck. Can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house. And we're going to bring the pain home to you, me and you, and be stupid. Well, that's what you did. That's called stupid. I don't understand. You're highly intelligent. You're out and jacked up the wrong damn card. And you didn't have safety credit in the first place. You're supposed to be a grown-up, right? You got to man up, woman up. I mean, what's wrong with people? I don't understand. Can you turn these up today? Turn the volume up because you're going to need to. You brought the pain home you never had to in the first place. Never had to in the first place. So let's write down never bring the pain home. What do? You got a collection account? Okay. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. You got an IRS problem? They got a form for you too. It's called 656 433 A and B. You have to rebuild yourself, credit. Understand, you better rebuild yourself like Humpty Dumpty. That's the goal. Let's understand something. If we plan the problem and we have safety credit, and we basically understand in the rules and tools, we don't have to bring the pain home and create a line of defense. So let's understand. When I created the dashboards behind the scenes and I fed it to Yarbrough, and I'm training him years ago in the 80s, it's 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. What did you do? Whee! You think you can spend all that money on that damn card. You actually hurt yourself. All cards fluctuate, so write it down, but 2. So what do? We get the cards that don't fluctuate, and those are the ones we use for safety. Those are the ones we jack up to 29% and up to 100% if we need to. That's how you maintain 750 score. Simple to do. If you like what you hear so far, click the link below. Get to know me. I'll get to know you. We got to understand Ray's rules and tools. And that's the ultimate goal. Never bring the pain home. What do? Let's see. Today, you could be making $1,000. I don't get it. I have people like Billy that make $1,000 a day all the time. They refer people to me. What do? Why don't you make a list of everybody you know and their email addresses? How about I invite you and all your friends and family to all my classes on Saturday for free, even the paid ones that cost anywhere from $4 to $1,000 plus. Level 1, 2, and 3, $1,500 every 90 days. The specialty class, $500. You can save all that money today if you just add your what? Friends and family to an email list for me. What am I going to do? Rebuild them too. It's called make a friend, make a buck. So do yourself a favor today. Help me, help you, and help other people. That's the ultimate goal, and we basically pass it on. Okay, take a picture right here. See, here's a problem. If you backed yourself in a corner and you're jacked up all your cards and all screwed up, you're going to have to create some cash. All right, what do? Drive Uber, Lyft, drive DoorDash, or you have what? And from there, a garage sale? Why don't we take a picture of this? This supply credit can turn into cash credit. Now, I had to do this coming out of the coma, and I turned it into $51,000 of cash credit. You can do the same thing if you want to, if not more. What do? See, a 750 score is our goal. And I'll get you there if you allow me to do what I do best. And you just have to follow through and do what I tell you to do, okay? All right, we're going to analyze you first. Then we're going to basically put a wrapper rescore in place. Wrapper rescore, wrapper refresh. I invented those 44 years ago with Ken Yarrow and Harold Stokes again, helping people like you and helping me. What do? We look at a company called analytical750.com. Here's a company, a real company, 24-hour call center. And what they're going to do is give you the 10 steps. I'm a consultant for them. All right, so I basically said, here's your 10 steps, how to get to 750. Take a picture and follow through. Next, I want them to fire Credit Karma. I mean, I don't understand how a company can get away with having no phone number to help people, all right, out there going blah, blah, blah. No, they don't do nothing. It's click, click, click. And what do? They have no phone number to help you. Isn't that against the Fair Business Practices Act? I want to go on the commercial for my offer to do it for free. You're Credit Karma, you're fired. I'd love to do that. You see, their numbers are wrong anyway. Here's a company going to give you accurate numbers. And by the way, they give all 3 numbers. That's very simple. They charge you $25 a month. Simple. Now, what happens next is your first analyzation is free. They're going to analyze you for free. Then they got someone calling you every 46 days, calling you, telling you what to do next. All right. The goal is having someone hold your hand personally. So if you want to, you can Zelle $25 today. Put your phone number on it. They'll call you right away. And they'll what's called onboard you right away too. Now, the next phase I've asked them to do for you and me is Dun & Bradstreet setup and actually analyze that too. I set up Experian, Trendure, and Equifax. So I want them to analyze all business reports as well. They're developing this app that's going to do it all for you. Click, 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 and you get the truth. You see all these ding-dongs and all their opinions on TikTok, YouTube, and or Google. It's like blah, blah, blah. You need the whole piece to the puzzle. All the pieces, okay? See, credit repair is a fraud. It's right there. This is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Federal Trade Commission says they're a fraud. My magic wand's broken. But you got all these people with their caps backwards going, that's what you do. If they're charging you money up front, you can get all your money back. Don't worry. They'll probably go to prison anyway. Chipmunk face to go into prison, been indicted. So is Daniel on Credit Repair Cloud. See, the Credit Repair Organization Act is very clear. And if you're not educated in teaching rules and tools, or as you say, credit repair, it's against the law. What do? We analyze you. First goal is analyze you in 24 hours. Next, I want you to have a 750 score in 790 days or less, working days. What happens next is very simple. I have classes almost 6 days a week, holding your hand, telling you what to do next. Every Friday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, I do analyzations live with everybody. So if you want to be analyzed, let us know. And then it repeats on Saturday at 2 o'clock too. See, I got no excuses besides I want to change the world for you. So we had the Ray Reynolds University. Well, I got to the point of doing $1 million a day. All right, then I got to die in a coma. And I got to come back. Then there was a pandemic. Then there was this and this and that. Ah! What do we get to do? You might want to get a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Why? It does have the full blueprint of success. The office, $1,000. I always give things half price. I don't get a paycheck. I haven't had one for 35 years. Well, we don't want one of those. It's a Zell, now. RW phone number, tell us where to ship it right away. Simple to do. You can also call the office at 800-254-9506. What do we do next? Let's see. Getting you past go, because I think you're stuck. I think everybody's stuck because they don't know what they're doing. They're a bunch of amateurs doing a half-assed job. Sorry to say, but it's true. How about Lamborghinis? How about Duffys? How about mansions? How about white men do jumps? People say we don't. How about more Lamborghinis? Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Oh, let's go ahead and get a race boat, helicopter, U-Dock. How about some yachts and some Ferraris? Why not? I did. See, I can do this, can you? But I call it raise rules and tools. No BS. We're going to see it. We're going to believe we're going to go get it. So guess what? Now you can register for all the free classes. And I got some paid ones too. But since you're here today, I'm going to waive all the fees and all the classes this weekend. By the way, the specialty class this week is stock kit, membership kit. Would you like to get some goodies yet? Let me know, because I'll help you get every goodie you ever wanted in your life too. So we write down today's date, and what do? We project the next 90 days. All we have to do is follow through. Now, I got a blueprint sheet. This means flat out, I'm going to take an hour of my time on the phone with you. So I wanted to talk to you and your partner of life, okay? What are we going to do? Blueprint is very simple. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. Did you ever have a bankruptcy or a tax lien? Did you screw American Express or Chase? Some questions I need to be answered right away. Family, corporation, divisions, irrevocable trusts. By the way, we're going to plan to live. We're also going to plan to die. There's no reason to leave your family in probate when you're dead. Unfortunately, a lot of stupid people do that too. What do we get to do? Cars division. House is what? Trust should be. Auto income and cash flow for you per time. So what do we get to do? Very simple. A blueprint call with me at the office. They're going to sell it to you with your partner of life for $1,999. If you did it during the broadcast with me, you get a 50% discount. It's $999. From there, that's that Zell. There's that phone number to call the office right away. Simple to do. Now, I lost my job. I got 2 kids. This is not being a man. This is, I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell the truth. He's in his jam. He's lying through his teeth. We can tell that. You see, if you lost your job, you drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, you have a garage sale, you go to church for the food, and you get off your asses to go make some money. Anybody can make money in a given day. But his thing is, let's give it for free. His guy doesn't want to work. But that's just my opinion. Let's understand. I came out of a coma. We were homeless. I had the kids in the car with the wife. What am I going to do? Well, I got 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. So here, this represents about $10 million of credit. How much would you like? You see, I don't have excuses. Most people do. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down when they don't have to? But again, it's all to you. We got choices today. What is the ultimate goal? The division of me bought a Lamborghini $1 million car. All right, payment $1,600 a month, get to write it all off. Division of me, what? Gets assigned the lease of a building. Division of me on every piece of property. I get to use the ASS-ets for the daisy chain credit. So daisy chain credit into more and more and more. So understand something, the division process I created in 85, 86, it actually can change your life. So it's up to you. Do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is actually no. Let's say no. How about a millionaire corporation? See, how you receive money matters. Let's say all you want me to do is help you get a 750. I'll guarantee it. We're going to help rebuild you. I'm going to get you credit cards $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, not your little ones you have today. A rapid rescore, we're going to put in place too. Now, we're going to basically, if there's any negatives you've got, we're going to dispute it for free. All right, for 9 months. The office charges $14.99. And what they're going to do is let you go to level 1, 2, and all these other things on this weekend as an extra bonus you sign up today. Simple. Now I'm going to give you a $500 discount. So that becomes $999. Now you stop bringing the pain home. The ultimate goal. So what do we do next? This is getting CFO ready. Do you understand that? Now we take a corporation you might have and rebuild that. If not, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. I'm going to analyze. I'm going to give you 25,000 of credit. I'm going to charge you $24.99 and give you 10 times your investment. I'm going to analyze you, add history, and pop credit right away. Guess what we get to do? So what happens is here you get the level 1 for 90 days. All right, and that's ultimate goal 2. What do? I'm going to discount that to $19.99 today if you did it right away. There's your Zell 2. All right, 800-254-9506. We have the ability to do what? Rebuild us like Humpty Dumpty. I believe the world's wrong and I'm right in a lot of things. Not to be arrogant, but I know what I do actually works 100% of the time. If we take corporate credit, and if you listen very carefully, borrow money is not taxable. We're going to take this borrow money and we're going to go buy the lifetime income. The lifetime income is going to be a fourplex, an apartment complex, or it's going to be a franchise or a little bit of combination of all of it. There's what you need to do. From there, we're going to get manageable debt, offsetting taxes, 100,000 of personal auto income, 1 million of corporate credit, and we're going to leverage money every step of the way. We're going to become puppet masters. If you need $100,000 of credit today, the office tends to charge you 10%. Their discount right now is about 20% off that. No problem. Today, if you want 100,000, you did it while I'm online with you, it's half price. It's $4,999. That's the ultimate goal. There's a discount if you did it right away. Why? Because you need 100,000 to partner with me. Let's use 25 to 50,000 of that money and get into the American dream. If you needed 100,000 of personal and business, we're going to basically do that today. If it's done during the webinar only, all right, for $6,999 for that 200,000 of credit. But it has to be done now. If not, that's okay. That means you blew it. And then you call the office, they charge you the normal price. 50,000 of credit is very simple to do. Discount is 1,000 off that too. Next thing, we have 25,000 of credit. So you decide what you're willing to commit to yourself and what you want us to do for you and what is your budget today. That could be $19.99. What do? It's a Zell, or call the office right away. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. So let's understand, what is a corporation again? Legal person. What are we allowed to do? 4 things. Here's the problem with most of you. You named it after you named what it does. That's wrong. Now, if you do it raised way, it's very simple. 4 things were allowed: buffer, tax, no taxes due till we're profitable. Corporate credit's all the write-off, interest rate, credit card too. Next thing is we buy the car at fleet price. Hotel, we get the free buffet. Now, a division doesn't have your name on it, the corporation does. Line of defense, they're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. Because you're probably going to have a lousy location or a shitty tenant. It's called the line of defense, by the way. Debt follows tax ID. Tax ID builds credit reports on my dashboard. We get to play the game to win. All right. So here's what I want you to think about. Do you want to be a millionaire? Say no. Would you like to be a millionaire corporation? Say yes. What if we do this and I do it for you? All of a sudden, I take the corporation, 9 divisions, and I daisy chain credit to $1 million. And now each division has a piece of property, a Wendy's restaurant, storage unit, or something. See, that's the ultimate goal. Each division, I have to basically on my dashboards, I set up an 87. I have to add 2,000 of history. After we daisy chain the credit, then we'll get the tax ID. They ask for separate billing. See, what happens here right now, if I add you to my credit cards and on my dashboard, I am allowed to ask for authorized user or separate billing. If I ask for separate billing for you, you get your own credit card off my limit and my credit too. Here's 3 divisions with or without credit. Here's 9. Here's 12. So today, the ability to get more divisions is up to you. Take that picture and understand, today, I'm going to double the number for you. Same price, I'll give you 6, 18, and 24. But that means you need to call that office right away and do it now. If you miss it and you blew it, that's on you. The ultimate goal. See, we have to understand, you have to invest a little bit to get to where you want to go and get stuck with me. Now, every bucket should be a bucket of money. That means every division, by the way. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. Ray Reynolds University, that's what we want to do. All the things we get to do, rebuild you. All right, add you to my credit system. For me, it's like reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. I've trained millions and millions of people for 40 plus years to be a certified CFO. Corporations and division process. The ultimate goal, reaching the dream. All we have to do is become that puppet master, like Shaq, like Mr. Buffett, and other people do all the time. Again, you don't have to understand to play the game to build a business. You can own the company and be the bank too, but it's up to you. What do I see? 1,013 divisions. What's the checklist? That's what you need to do. Hopefully, you took a picture earlier today when I told you to, because that's what it takes to partner with me. All right. Would you like 25, 50, or 75%? How much would you like of a piece of a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, or apartment complex? How much would you like? The bottom line is I'm going to build a credit, help you finance it anyway, since 1987. We got escrows coming up. If you want to be a part of it, it's time to get into the program and do it right away. Okay. Now, what does it cost to partner with me? It's a $10,000 expense. It's a $10,000 investment. Usually that's going to cost you 30. But since we're partnering here, I want to give you that discount today, bi-weekly, and get all the boot camps this year for free. That's the ultimate goal. It's now or never. What do? It's a zell, and the ultimate call the office right away. All right. We all heard Linda's story and Dwayne's story too. What do they get to do? I want you to check it out. All right. I want you to hear from clients exactly how it works every step of the way. Is it easy? Heck no. It's a pain in the asset to go get the American dream. Scan their link and go check it out today and understand I made her millionaires 5 times so far. What do we do now? Her projects this year, if she does it right, it's going to be 30 to $50 million. What do we do? The blueprint call. Got to do that right away. Your discount, if it's done today, is $19.99. It's $9.99. Next, what do we do? It's a zell. See, I want you to focus on boring and steady. Boring and steady. I hope and pray you took a picture of that. Now laminate it right away. Put it on your desk, your refrigerator at home. There's your actual goal, by the way. From there, what do we have to do? We have to invest $25,000 to $50,000 in an escrow. We're going to use the corporate credit, write it all off anyway. All right. See, what happens in the investment group, you do, we do, I do. That's how it works. So would you like a piece? All you got to do is let me know. How big of a piece of something would you like to achieve auto income? Now, if you want a mini coaching situation, the office gives you a blueprint and another call after that, 10,000 a credit, a wrapper rescore. They charge 4,000 for that. If you did it while you're on the webinar with me, it's $19.99. You get a little bit of a discount to that too. Next, we'll get to do is save a little bit of money. Now you're stuck with me. If you want a 6 weeks coaching, we're going to do the blueprint, 25,000 of credit, wrapper rescores, and go to all the classes for 90 days. Normally 11,500. It is discounted today at $39.99 if you did it while you're on the webinar with me. Ultimate goal. There's a zell. Simple to do. Call the office right away. Now, here's the thing you got to think about. You want to do long-term coaching for your project and your business. This is a different type of package. This is where I basically help you daisy chain your credit. I'll kind of analyze your business, tear it apart my way a little bit, and we're going to build it up and away. And what we're going to do with this is very simple. If you took a 3-month coaching program with this, as we daisy chain credit and increase it, it's a bi-weekly call, we're going to charge you basically $5,000. Well, we're going to give you $50,000 as a bonus as well. If you basically picked a 6 months coaching is $9,999 and you get 100,000 of credit. If you picked a 12 months program, it's 20,000 discounted today versus 30, and you're getting 200,000 of credit. See, the goal is to reach the goal and have the ability to finance your dream because that's where the money is going to come from. 750 score, no problem. If all you want me to do is analyze you, we'll do that too. Get you the 750 score, not a problem. Wrapper rescore as well, and we'll block all the stuff that you have that's bad and help you for 9 months for free. On top of that, we'll charge you $14.99 and a discount today of $9.99. You save $500 and you stop bringing the pain home. Goal is very simple: getting CFO ready. Got a corp? Build that one or hand you one for free. Pay your filing fee. We analyze, we add history, we pop credit. $24.99 gives you 25,000. Isn't that 10 times your money back? Today is discounted to $19.99. Ultimate goal. It's a Zelle payment, or you can call the office at 800-254-9506. So let's understand, we must look behind the curtain every step of the way. For me, God gave me a lot of things up here to help people, and I have all the pieces to the pie when it comes to personal and business credit. So I'm going to do my best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So anything I offered today, all right, it would be a Zelle, or call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Click the link below, subscribe to me, get to know me, I'll get to know you. And if you don't like me, leave me alone, please, because I just want to help people. There's always some turd trying to give everybody crap. So let's do this. Let's do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.